Hi everyone! Welcome back to another Vue.js stream on freeCodeCamp. Hi Saucy, it's good to see you again. Hi Tom. So today is a continuation of the last app, basically last week's app, which was this Vue NWJS hours tracking app. And I'm going to post this in the chat. I think it's in the description below too. Oops, there we go. All right, so I was basically building this application to track hours in Vue.js. So you can still watch the last stream and you can also read the README here. There's some more details about it. So basically I made a couple screens last week, got a lot of the front end started anyway. And so today I would like to be able to set up some kind of a database solution and then finish setting up some more of the screens in the application. And just real quick, I looked through quite a few solutions that people use for databases for desktop apps over the last few days. And it's quite different because I'm so used to, attaching the database to a backend and from the front end calling an API, or even doing a full stack application together like a Django app, but there's a distinct front end and back end. But in desktop apps, it seems like it's recommended to just call because it's all compiled into an application anyway, so I don't have to differentiate between the front and back end as much. It's okay to, I guess, call the database from the front end. And so out of all the options, Pouchdb looked really good. So this is the one I'm going to work with today for the application. I also set up, this is comes from CouchDB. So I set up CouchDB earlier just to check it out because I hadn't used CouchDB before, but I used Dynamo and Mongo and a couple other, I would say, similar databases. Yeah, so that was the starter for this app. So I have the code open and I'm going to go ahead and run the code with the npm start command. And this should open my browser window for the NWJS application. All right, cool. So this is what I did last time. This is all in Bootstrap, by the way. And I have, this page is the hours log, and then I have a projects page. There's no Canada project, that was just the default from this drop-down component that I added. Oh, add new project isn't set up yet, but I do have this add entry for the hours log where you can add a new hours entry. So I think I'm going to start off trying to, for this hours log, I'm going to start off trying to save this in a database and figuring that part out. So I'm going to come to Pouchdb, skip Bower. Okay, so npm. I'm not going to use the node because I can just use it directly from my Vue app here. So I'm going to go ahead and install Pouchdb. Oh right, I have to stop it anyway. Oh well. So let me get this install done first. Okay. And then just in my HTML, I can require Pouchdb, and I shouldn't have to do anything else. Okay, and then I'll have to set up the database. So I guess I'm going to do this in my main.js file in the Vue application. That's still installing. Can everyone hear me okay? Oh, let's see. Source, so in my main.js file. Oh, here's the public. So here's my index.html file, which is, let's see, build files will be auto-injected. So I can add this in the header. Okay, cool. Hi, Oliver. I think this is the first time I've seen you here. Welcome to the stream. So let me just add the DB here in the head tag above anything that's going to be injected and above the Vue app. Okay. So now it says working with local databases. To create a local database, you can simply call new Pouchdb and give it a name. So this is what I'm going to do. VarDB equals new Pouchdb, and I think I'll put that in my main.js file for right now, and then I can separate it later. So I'll say Pouchdb config. Let me zoom in one. Where's the drag? There it is. Okay, Pouchdb config. Okay, so this is my new DB. I won't call it kittens though. I'll call it hours, or hours tracking. Let me do this camel case. Okay, so I have a new DB instance, and then okay, it says live code example. Pro tip, whenever you see this live example in the guide, you can download it just to follow along at home, for example, to run this app. Okay, I don't want to do that. How to, remote databases. And give it a path to a database in CouchDB. I don't think I want to do that, although I do have CouchDB running right now just in case. Get basic info about the database. Working with databases. Okay, and then, oh, interesting. So I can, all right, let me run my app. I think with the dev tools, npm start, I think I'll be able to navigate through this database using the in-browser dev tools. The same ones I use in Chrome or Firefox. Okay, so that's loading. Let me try to open the dev tools. Let's see. Inspect. So, okay, not in source. Let's see. Is it in, I can't remember which one. Application, sources. I'm having a brain fart right now. I can't remember. Yeah, here it is, application. All right. So, indexed DB. I'm not using IndexedDB. Cache storage, application cache, local storage. Okay, I thought maybe it would be in here, but I guess I need to read a little bit more. Let's see. IndexedDB, web SQL inspectors. You can use the normal developer tools to see what your database looks like under the hood. In Chrome, just choose the overflow icon, tools, developer tools, then click on resources tab, then IndexedDB. Okay. Tools, developer tools. All right, so, oh, these are the developer tools. Resources tab, Do I have a resources tab? More tools. Yeah, I don't see it. Okay. I mean, IndexedDB is here anyway, so this is probably what they're talking about. But yeah, I don't see it there. So maybe it just hasn't added the database yet. So, okay. So I have this, which is a new DB, hours tracking, and it seems to be doing okay. Yeah, there's nothing to add right now. So how do I add a table or a collection to the database? You can also enable debug logging. Oh wait, what am I doing? I'm not importing Pouchdb from... Oh yeah, I am. It's in my index.html file. Okay, never mind. So I have my Pouchdb database. And so I should be able to... Let me enable the debug mode. Put that here. Okay. Delete your local database. In Chrome, you can use clear cache. All right. Debug mode. I wonder if it's in working with documents. So Pouchdb is a NoSQL database. Yeah. Okay. So to store a document, you simply use put. Okay. So db.get mittens. Okay, so I think there is no concept of tables in this database. It's just put the documents and then retrieve them by the ID. Okay, well, this is interesting. Okay, I think what I'm going to do first then is finish up some of these pages just so I can get going with this, and then work on putting things in the database. So I think I'm going to pick back up on the projects page where I was here and make it so you can add a project, because I'm going to need a foreign key relation between these projects and which hours or which project certain hours go to. So I think I'm going to finish setting up that. So select projects. I need an add new project page, which will match this schema here. So I'll need a name, description, color, and then created at, updated at should be automatic. So I need name, description, and a color for the project. So the first thing I need to do is create a view for that. Get out of here. In my source, so I have app, which is, oh wait, this is the, wait 1 second. I think that was a different, let me open this in the code editor, make sure that's the right app. There we go. All right, so yeah, I was wondering where my views folder was. Okay, so here's the projects page that I have, and I have the time entry page, which is the form for entering new hours. So I'm going to copy that and now go to views, and now I'm going to put, I guess, project entry page, since I'm calling the other one time entry. And I'm going to paste this. Let's see what I need to change. Not time entry, but project entry. And okay, I don't need date pickers for this. And okay, I have submit and reset buttons. So I need to grab form elements for this. Oh, and let me change the page name to project entry, start date, end date. Okay, so I have a basic boilerplate for it. Oh yeah, let me add it to the router real quick so I can route to that page. Add time entry, so let me copy this, go to the end, and this one will be add project. Project entry, okay. Now I need to import this at the top. Project entry, project entry, okay. So now I have it routable, so let me go to my hours log, or not my hours log, okay, in my app. No, actually it's from the projects page, it's not from the main bar. So this here, this add new project, so let me just create a link from here and say @click, and then I'm going to use the Vue router, so $router.push, and then whatever route. So actually I could do based off the name, so I could do name is project entry. Let's see if that works. Oh, I need to run it again. So npm start, and that'll take a minute. Okay. So now project entry is routable. And then, yeah, the database is really the next thing because I need to be able to add these hours and projects in here. So from the hours log, if I add an entry from here, okay, cool. I can add a project entry. Let me just add those fields real quick and then I'll get back to the database. So name, description, and color. And from here, I have these labels start date. So this is going to be name, and then description, and then I'll add color. And I'm using not Vuetify, this is Bootstrap. Okay, let me look up Bootstrap Vue then for the form elements. Bootstrap Vue. Here we go. Okay, docs, here we go. So let me look for form, and I think just all the form components are on one page here. So where is the code? Here it is. So there's bform, bform group, bform input. So this is what I want. Bform input, and then so the first two, name and description, are these inputs. Let's see. And this one will be type of text, which is default, so I don't think I need it there. Required placeholder is name, and vModel is form data, and then I'll put name, which I don't have there yet. So name ID is okay. And now let me just copy this. Actually, I'll probably want a text area. So let me search for that. Form text area. Yeah, let me copy this one. It's a form text area. Okay, B form input. Now I have text area. I think this is actually zoomed in too much. Maybe. Yeah, that's better. So it was sideways scrolling a lot. Okay. So vModel is it form data dot description? And then I'll say enter a description for the placeholder. 3 to 6 rows, that's fine. And then, oh yeah, I'm not closing it, that's why. It was giving me an error. Okay, cool. That looks good. I wonder if you can resize things. Oh, not really in this. That's fine. So I have a name, description, and then I need a color picker. So let me look for color picker. I wonder if they have one. Nav bar color schemes. Color picker. There's date pickers. Oh, here's color picker. It's a third-party library, I guess. Vue color picker, vColor, Vert. Vue color picker. Do I want to add a whole color picker? Yeah, it looks pretty easy to use. Let me look at the other ones. Oh, you can zoom panes independently in VS Code? I didn't know about that. Pretty sure there's an HTML native color picker. Is there an HTML color picker? Oh wait, color picker. Type color. Oh. It only works in modern browsers. Well, good thing this is latest version of Chromium. Okay, color picker. Let's see. Actually, I don't need the name because I'm gonna vModel this, so I guess I can do vModel is form data dot color type color. Oh, cool! Thank you. I didn't even know HTML had one, and that looks just as good as any other one, except I can change the style a little bit of how it's displayed. Thank you. Okay, let me just put these in my data real quick. So I need name, description, and then color, which I guess it's a string. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let me actually see what it is. Let me open up the DevTools. So inspect. And I think I have Vue. Yeah, I have the Vue DevTools here. So let me look at, let's see, project entry. Yeah, cool. I have the color there. Thank you, that was easy. All right, so now I have project entry page and the hours log and add new time entry page. So now I really need to hook this up to the database. And I think my mind just being so used to, let me get rid of these, you know, having it connected to a backend, it's kind of strange to, I guess, imagine this database or imagine how to use it. Okay, so related API documentation, there's get and there's put. And I'm guessing get, because I'm going to need to get back or query for a whole bunch of objects of the same. Yeah, you did. Thank you. I'm going to need to query for a whole bunch of objects of the same type. So I guess I can pass in options. Let me look at their examples. So they have db.get my doc. Okay, let's stop then. But that's just searching by ID. How can I pull things back without using the ID? Okay, create, update a batch of documents. That's good. Okay, db.bulkdocs. So I'd have to create a different database for, I think I need one database for projects and one database for users with this, with Pouchdb. Okay. Bulk, update, delete. What about bulk get? Oh, fetch a batch of documents. db all docs. Fetch multiple documents indexed and sorted by the ID. Deleted documents are only included if option.keys is specified. Okay, so I basically need to set up two databases. Oh, I was wondering why the database didn't show up. It was because I put it in the wrong application. That was dumb. Okay, so here I'm actually going to have to go back. I think it's working with databases. Yeah, I need this, and then I need to set up the debug too. So I have all of these imports, all of those. Okay, I'm going to set up database config here and two databases, and then I need to set up the debug options. You can also enable debug logging by doing this. I want logging because I want to make sure that it's working. Okay, so kittens, what other, so these are, I think the concept of DB here is like a table. So I'm gonna do time entry, and then what was the other one? Projects. Or this would be time entries. And let's see. Deleting your local database, differences between local and remote. Okay. And now, oh, I'm not actually importing this in this app into the index.js. So let me go into public, go to index.html, and then I need to paste the link there, which is setting up Pouchdb. I already installed it, so I just need to add this link to the head tag. Oh, hi Jared, good to see you. Too bad you're here, not here to help me with NW.js. Okay, so let's see, script tag, Pouchdb, and I think that's it. Let me rerun the server because I'm guessing I'll need to rerun it so it can see that import in the index.html. All right, now it's going to reopen the window. Maybe there's an error, I don't know. Let's see. Pouchdb is not defined. Okay, So I have it here because I thought that it would expose, not from that file, from here. I thought that it would expose that Pouchdb variable for me to use, but I guess it's not doing that. So I guess I could do it just directly npm install it. Wait, someone sent me a message. nw.window.get.show DevTools. Oh, okay. Just to automate the DevTools opening. Sure. Let me add that. Thanks for the tip. Let me add this to, I guess, just anywhere for right now. I'll have to take that out before I build this as an app. Okay. So I guess next time I run my server, it should automatically open the DevTools. The first line of JS and then comment it out. Okay, Pouchdb is not defined. So let me actually take this out. I'm gonna try. Oh, it did restart. Pouchdb is still not defined. I know. Let me actually install it just like I would any other Vue module here. And let's see, npm oops, I copied npm install. Okay, npm install Pouchdb. And that's taking a minute. Yeah, that'll just be easier if I can import it in Vue. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that before. Now let me do npm start. And while that's going, I'll come to my main.js and I'm gonna put that with my library imports. Oh wait, require. I wonder if I can import this then. Pouchdb. Import Pouchdb. Well, I'll see if this works. From Pouchdb. Cannot read enable of undefined in my source main.js. Oh, pouchdb.debug.enable. Okay. So I wonder if it's even registering Pouchdb, because I don't seem to have the debug enable available. So let me look in application. Oh cool, I do have it. Awesome. So I do have, if you can see on the side there, I have Pouchdb projects and Pouchdb time entries. And then I can open those up and I can look at all the different, I don't know, I'm not too familiar with the index to DB in the browser. So yeah, I'll have to try that out. Okay, but anyway, I do have my two databases here that I added. That's good. So I should be able to start adding things to them. So how do I do, let's see, I can do create update doc, create database, delete. Yeah, let me go to create or update. So it's just db.put, and then I need the doc. Okay. So here I have the two DBs here. I have time entries and projects. The thing is, though, I'm wondering if I should put it here. Now I'm thinking that maybe I want this in my Vuex or in an extra config that I import into my Vuex, because this is really where I'm going to be working with that DB stuff. So let's see. Let me make, not in my router, in my store, let me make a new file, and I'm going to call it dbconfig.js. And then I'm going to take Pouchdb, take it here. Is this a good idea? Does anyone else have a better idea? Set it up in my Vuex, and then I'm going to take these, because otherwise, I mean, could I inject it into my global state, but then I want to use it from Vuex. So I need access to those databases from here anyway. Oh wait, I made this new file. Let me use that new file. Okay. So let me use that file, and then let me import db config from dbconfig. Okay, and now I need to export. Oh wait, these are both DBs. Why am I doing two DBs? So let me export these as two different things. I'm gonna do TEDB. No, I need to spell this out. So time entry DB, and I'll call this projects DB. And actually that should be time entries. Okay, and then from here I need to export something. So I need to export yeah, I was thinking I could export these individually, but I want to export an object because then I can add options or do whatever I want. So let me export default an object, and I'll do time entries DB, and then I'll do projects DB. Okay. Oh, it has the option to refresh. That's cool. Okay, so now I have these two database instances, and I can pull these out. So when I import them into Vuex, I can just go ahead and get time entries and projects DB, and then I can do whatever I want with them in my Vuex store, and then I can interact with the database from any component through the store. Okay. So I think that will work. And now let me do db.put doc options callback. So let me grab this, and let me just do a test here. So let me do okay, so doc, I need name Gwen, and then options, options, I'll just leave an empty object for that, and then callback function, this will be just console.log worked, even though there's no error handling. All right. So how do I see documents that I've added? Which one did I add to? Oh, I don't even have DB there. Let me add this to time entries. Oh no, projects. Projects DB. Export projects DB was not found in DB config. Okay. Exports projects DB. Okay. So let's see. Projects DB. Did I misspell something? I think I misspelled something. Did I? Oh, it seems to be right. Projects DB. Let me restart the server and see. Okay, these are both new Pouchdb, projects DB. Okay, export projects DB was not found in DB config. Warning from source store index.js. That's weird. Okay. Let me look at index.js. See if I'm importing the right file. So I do have db config, which is that file name. And then I'm importing, let me try time entries. Yeah, why aren't the exports being found in here? I'm exporting default. Oh, because I'm requiring this, maybe. Maybe I need to import. Let's see. Import from, I feel like that's what I was doing anyway in the main.js file. No, I thought I had it here where I changed it to import. Maybe I didn't, I can't remember. Okay. It was not found in, let's see. It wasn't found in the db config file. So let me actually see, because this is creating the new Pouchdb instances, and I am exporting the correct values from there. So that's a little bit strange. Let me see. Time entries, projects DB, exports. Let me see what these are equal to from here. So let me try to get it to pause on the debugger. Okay, so entries DB, these are both correct in Pouchdb. Those are both correct. And then what I'm exporting is also correct, which is strange. Okay. But then when I'm importing it, so the problem is when I'm importing it here, and I can do debugger here, and that should restart on its own. Does anyone have an idea about why this isn't working? Let's see. It's restarting. Cannot read property line number of undefined. Okay, let me play it. And maybe I'll restart the server again. And this should open the dev tools, so it should open the new debugger, I think, because the dev tools will open before the app finishes. Okay, so I have my two index DBs. I'll refresh both of them. Console.log inside of export. Okay, so here's the problem. Cannot read put of undefined. But these are defined. Console.log. So inside of export, I looked at these in the debugger. And when I had a debugger in here, where is it? Get out of there. In here, let's see. And it says that they're defined here, or at least it shows time entries, but it was saying in the other file that time entries and projects aren't defined, which is weird. I can make sure that this one, yeah, these are all spelled the same. Let me step over. Oh yeah. Try putting, okay, let's try putting inside of, try put inside of dbconfig. Yeah, I guess it will work from there. Maybe I'll just move it to this main file, because it doesn't seem to like the importing exporting, and that might be because it's only set up, it's not set up to use ES6, but I don't see how that would make sense because this import works. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Oh wait, did I? Let me get this back. And now in here. Okay, so time entries db.put, and then let me see. I got rid of all the debuggers, so let me just play. Cannot read property put of undefined. Let me refresh this. Okay. Okay, so that worked actually, if I just have it in the same file. Yeah, I don't know why the import export isn't working. Why do you need the curly brackets in import? Oh, I was just pulling these two things out from the import. So I didn't have to, but then I would have to do like db dot this database or that database. So I was just using the shorthand. Okay. Maybe you should import. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, that I'll just move this whole thing to import for right now, because this seems to work. I do wonder how I can see, so that's time entries. Attach store, local store, meta store. Guess it's metadata, doc ID, sequence. There's a lot of stuff in here. So where is I wonder, do I have to refresh this database? Refresh. Because I can't see the doc I just added. It's not listed here. Key blob. Architect blob support. Yeah, I don't know where the document is. I guess I don't know enough about this index.js to see it, but it says it's saved, so let me just move this to the index file. Yeah, and so let's see, get rid of that, export default, get rid of these. Okay, and I wonder if I do have to set an ID here, so let's look at a document. Yeah, they're putting the ID, so I do need to set my own ID on these documents, so I guess I'm going to use UUID. Let's see, npm UUID to generate a unique ID for each document since the database isn't doing it for me. Okay, npm install UUID, and then I'll import it into the Vuex. Okay, one more time, stopping the server. Oh, clear. npm install UUID. That should be pretty quick. And then I can import UUID. Okay, and then I just call the UUID function. So let me import this in my Vuex. So after Pouchdb, I'll import version 4 as UUID version 4. So I think this is how I need to store documents in here. I need to add the database. So I can call this UUID function that I just imported and save the ID and name. And I'm actually logging worked here, so I think that's, oops, oh wait, that's also a mistake. So let's see, because this could come back with an error. So what would I get? Response and then error, or error and then response? Let me look at this API. Okay, so there's .then.catch after put. So I could use async await for this and then try catch. Let me just copy this though for this test right here. So I'm going to do this. So I'm going to call .put, and now I can use .then, indent all this. All right. Hi PK, genau, how are you? Okay, so now I have error, and I'll just console.log the response as well. Okay, and let me see how it handles this when I run the app again. npm start. Hi PK, did you join to give me some advice? Hopefully, but if you want to chat, that's good too. Okay. I like the DevTools opening automatically. All right. Yay, sweet, look at this. Doc ID rev, whatever that means. And I have the object with name Gwen. I have the unique ID that I set. Primary key 1, cool. Okay, so now I can see it in here. That's good news. And now I just need to put this in my, or add Vuex actions here. Oh, sorry. My watch is telling me to go walk around. It reminds me when I've been sitting too long. But I can't walk around right now. Okay, so actions. What kind of actions do I need? I need CRUD operations for projects and for time entries. So I'm going to name these kind of like CRUD operations. So let's say create time entry. These will all be async too. So, and then we do async create project. And then in create time entry, I'm gonna copy this. Oh. Wait, oh yeah. Oh, I missed the other part of the, there we go. So what I'm going to do inside of this async function is change this from promises to async await. So I'm going to do const response equals await whatever object I'm going to put in. And actually here, so the first parameter is from Vue.js, so I'll be able to get the function to commit mutations, and then the second one is what I'm passing in as the payload, which will be an object here, which will be this object that I'm going to save. So let me get rid of this then, and I'm going to add the payload on here, and I'm going to generate an ID from Vuex for that payload I'm passing in that I want to save as a time entry. Okay, and then get rid of these. It keeps bringing me over there every time I save, but it's such a habit to save every second. Okay, I feel much better about this now. Let's see. Create time entry. So this, I need to wrap this in a try catch so I can know if this creates an error. Let me close that and then do catch. Let's see. Error. And then I'll just do console.error and error. And now, okay, in my try, I need to, so what do I want to do with the response? The response, I don't know, I guess for now I could just log it out. I actually don't think I want, because this is all local, so because in a normal Vue.js application on the web, I would take the document I just created and push it into my state so that I didn't have to make another API call. But, and actually that will make it update. So let me just not do that for right now and see how this plays out. So let me do console.log response. And that means it was a success, so let me do, I guess, success. Okay, and then I basically want the same thing for create project. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that, and then I'll make a getter because I need to be able to get all of this stuff out of the database. So for project, I want the same things. I probably don't need a commit, so I'll just leave that empty. I don't know if I can leave it empty. Maybe, I don't know. Payload, is that going to error? And I wonder. So, okay, so this is projects DB, which is basically the same thing. Generating UID, passing the payload. So I save all of the key value pairs on the payload. And then, so now I need to get all of the items that I save. So let me make that real quick before I test out the saving, because I need to be able to see if I created anything. Hi Jared, so I basically, several things broke, but I think they're fixed now. I basically set up Pouchdb from here because I couldn't get it working from importing in the index.html file. And then I have to create my own IDs, so I imported UUID. Yeah, and then I have these two databases. So Pouchdb seems to differentiate by databases instead of tables. So I created two different databases for these two tables that I want. And right now I'm working on these actions so that I can get all the time entries and projects that are in the database. Line 18. Yeah, I'm still typing. That's why there's an error. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Read time entries. Okay. I don't actually need to commit from there either, really. So let me do, I don't need to pass in a payload. I don't need anything. I just need to basically get, which is, oh, bringing me back over there. So I think that is bulk get or batch. Is it batch fetch? Oh, indexes and everything. Okay. Let's see, batch fetch db.allDocs. Okay. So from here then, I'll have to be able to filter at some point too, which I guess options might let me filter. I forgot to have water here. Might need some in a second. Okay, so what was I getting? Oh yeah, db.allDocs. So let me do that here. So await db, which will be time entries db.allDocs, and then pass in options if I want options. But I think I don't need options right now. So let me do const docs equals that, and let me just, I guess I'll log out the docs because I don't know what format that's coming back in. Okay, and now I need this action to be able to be called from my component, which will be my hours log, so I can see all the hours in here. So let me go down here, and I'm going to map it into the component. So I'm going to import, what is it, map actions from Vuex. Can you explain commit? Yeah, so real quick, commit here is, so Vuex has my global state, or it will have global state whenever I need state that doesn't necessarily need to be in the database, but I want it to be accessed by many components. So what commit does is call a mutation that can update that global state. But right now I don't have any mutations or anything on the global state, so I really don't need commit yet. But it's generally from Vuex actions. Most Vuex actions will call commit to update state. but I'll get rid of that for right now. So it's not, yeah, so it's not there when I don't need it. Oh yeah. Okay, so I am pulling in map actions, and now I need to put that in methods, which will be below data. So I need a methods object for view, and then I can do map actions, call that, and then which actions do I want to map to this component? I want read time entries. I can get rid of that. Yeah, read time entries, no, I don't need that one here. So just read time entries basically. And now I need to call read time entries. So this will be called on a created. So let me add my lifecycle hook here, created. So when this component, actually no, I'll do mounted. So when this component mounts to the screen, it should call my action, which is this dot read time entries now. And then I don't need to pass anything in. So I can do this dot read time entries, which will call this, and then it should log out my docs. So let me see if that works. Sweet! Why does it say 2 rows? Oh, I must have saved it twice. Saved something twice. Where's my name in this? Okay, that's weird. It seems like it's just an ID and nothing else that I saved. Alright. That's fine. So anyway, that's coming back with docs, and that is, yeah, so I'll need to do rows. So docs is this whole object, and then I need to do dot rows. So that's kind of like response.data. So let me then do, so here's actually where I need a mutation, because I need to update the docs here. So let me commit a mutation from here, and I'll need to do, what is it, set time entries, and then pass in docs.rows, and then in state, so state I need to have all time entries. Okay, and then I guess I'll also, oh, that will be an array actually. So that's an array, and then I need projects here, which I'll need in a minute, and that's also an array. And then I need to create that mutation that I'm calling. So set time entries needs to be a mutation, which is not async. Inside a mutation, I have access to state, and I have access to whatever I'm passing in, which is the, I like to use the word payload. I don't know how many people use that, but it's just like a general word for anything that I'm passing in. So now I can do this. No, I don't need this because I already have state available to me in the function. So now I can overwrite state on time entries, which is equal to the payload that I'm passing in. Oh, commit is not defined. I forgot to import or get commit in the function. So here I need commit. And that should work. Now let me look at my Vue. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, cool. It called the mutation set time entries. And now I have the payload with 2 objects, which is weird. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But anyway, it did work, and so that is my store now. I have an array of time entries. Cool. So now I need to be able to create time entry from the timeentry.view page. I like payload. It sounds very serious. Does it? What is payload in the military? Oh, this like dropping a bomb or something. That's kind of gruesome. That makes me not want to use the word anymore. Okay, so I have dates here. Okay, I get it. So when they click submit, I'm going to call this action that I need to be getting from Vuex. So here also, I'm going to have to import map actions from Vuex, and I'm trying not to save after every time because it switches me back to the other screen. Okay. Oh yeah, and methods now I need to do map actions, and which action do I want? It's create time entry. Oops. And now I can call this dot create time entry, and then I need to pass it a payload of what I want to create, which is form data. So actually, I can just pass it as an object here because that's what my payload is expecting. So I can do this dot form data. Oh, yeah, but how am I doing start date, end date? I'll have to look at how I'm saving those. In what format, but this is okay just to get this working for now. So let me go to add time entry, choose today, choose today, and then end date. After some hours, submit. Okay, I might have to do prevent default there. Let me see if it did add anything. I think I have to go back to this page because this is where it loads the hours. Company 1. No, that was already there. Never mind. So let me look at this state here. Yeah, it did add it though. Value, set time entries. Why is it not showing the actual value here? I guess that's, let me refresh this. Let me refresh this database. Refresh. And so here, okay, I do see start date, end date. All right. And these are timestamps. Okay. Actually, I can bring the value over here. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I have start date, end date. That's exactly what I want. Then why am I doing this? I think what I need to be doing here is actually having a string, not an object. I think that's from something I had before. Okay, so now I can pull them from the database. I could loop through these actually in my hours log. Kolache factory. Oh, I missed. Okay. Talking about food makes me hungry. What was I doing? I can't remember. Oh yeah, hours log. I want to loop through these and display them in the table. So B table, striped, hover, and then items. This is kind of a really simple table. I want to denote like which headers I want. Well, let me map state to this component. I want to get those time entries off of Vuex. So map state to the component, and now I need to create computed here so that I can see the updates that happen in my Vuex state. And let me do map state here. And what state do I want to map? Here it is. So my state is, I have this array of time entries that I want to map here. So now I can see all the time entries in this component. And then I could, on this table here, I could just pass in time entries and see how it looks. That looks awful. Yeah, why aren't I getting the correct values back, I guess, from the database? I'm doing this wrong. So, let me see. Deleted documents are only included. Oh, okay, I need to do include docs. Thanks. Options.include docs. I need to set this to true because otherwise I just get the ID, and I guess rev is for revision, and that changes when I update it, I'm guessing. Okay, so options.include docs. So I need to set this in my database. In my get. So here. So is it an array? Yeah, it's an array of options. So how does that look? Okay. No, it's an object I pass it. Yeah, it would be weird as an array. I guess they were just using brackets as a placeholder there. Okay. So include docs is true. Is true. Any other options I want? Attachments. What are attachments? Include data as, okay, so those are like images and stuff. Maybe I want that? Sure. Actually I don't need that here, so maybe I'll do that when I actually have images, like on the profile or something. Okay. So now, okay, now I have the doc. And I'm going to need to, yeah, I'm going to need to clean up this database a little bit. But what was I? Oh yeah, in the code. So I have this, and I'm setting docs.rows. And let me see what docs.rows are. I guess it's docs.rows.doc. I have to do it. Let me see what it said as time entries now. So, oh, dot value. No, dot value was already there. I need this. I need dot doc. Rows dot doc. Okay. And now I get nothing. Let me undo that. And let me, it might be easier if I just console.log out these docs.rows. so I can explore them. Okay, so let me take document 1. And this is what I want. I want, oh, right. That was dumb. So I want the documents here. So I'm going to pass in, actually to my mutation, I'm going to pass in docs.rows. And then in my mutation, and I might move this into a helper function, but I need to take the payload and loop through these. So payload dot for each. No, I can do a map because I'm gonna want I can do an array instead of just pushing individually. So let me take, I don't know why I did it this way, but okay. So payload dot map, and I need to call a function which will be entry, and I'm basically going to take entry.doc, return entry.doc, and I think that's what I want. Let me see. Yeah, that looks better anyway. And then, so what Bootstrap is doing is looking at this first document and saying, okay, it has a name, key and an ID. Yeah, I don't know why this database is set up like this. I haven't read too much into it. It just looked like the best one out of all the NWJS options I saw. But yeah, the database table here is taking the names of just this first item and then putting them in the header. But this one here with timestamps isn't showing up. So I need to do some database cleanup first. And let me do that here. Let me delete these two entries that are just dummy entries. Delete. Okay. So and then also I'm wondering, if key, if I'm supposed to be pulling things out by key, if I should be having this as unique, because it still has a primary key here that is generating for me. So yeah, I'll have to read more about how that works. But now I have start date, end date, so if I refresh, oh, let me reload app. Wait, exit. And now it's not showing anything. Hours log. Let me go to a different page and navigate back. Yeah, it's not showing anything. So let me look at the Vuex store real quick and see what I have. Set time entries. I can refresh this. And so why is it still, I deleted them directly from here. So I wonder if I need to reset this. Refresh index DB. Now let me try to reload this. Okay, it's not showing up at all now. And in my Vue DevTools, I have the same 3 time entries that aren't supposed to exist anymore. Oh, all right. So, oh, these 2 are empty now, and that other one's full. That's why the table's not showing up, because these first 2 objects are empty. Yeah. And then this object isn't, because it was the only one that wasn't deleted. So how do I fix this? I guess I can just manually call a delete document db.remove and then the document ID. So let me call this just up here. So I guess I'll do time entries db and just call it manually, and I'll have a Vuex action for this at some point. .remove, and then I need to pass in the ID of the one I want to remove. That didn't seem to remove anything though. Maybe I need to restart the server. Let me just completely restart everything. New Pouchdb, mydb destroy. Okay, I could call db.destroy. If this doesn't work, I'm going to destroy it. And it looks like it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. Okay. Yeah, until I have all my CRUD operations set up, I'm just going to call destroy. Destroy. Can I do it on there? Good, sweet. Now let me do projects. Okay, cool. So now they're both completely refreshed. They didn't have the... Thanks for the help, Sashi. They didn't have the edgy potato breakfast bun. I have no idea what that is. I've had kolaches, though. I think... Aren't they Eastern European or something? When I was in Serbia, the person I stayed with fed me something like that. So it might not have been a kolache, but it was some kind of bread with a bunch of flavorful stuff inside. Okay. So now if I go to Vuex, there is 0 chance. Yes, nothing there. That's good. Now I can add an actually valid time entry. End date. What date was that? That's 7/22. And do that. Submit. Okay, and now actually to pull, I have to go back here. Sweet! So I have start date, end date, ID, and rev. Now the bootstrap table is kind of annoying. Let me go here and see bootstrap. Eggy, oh, eggy. I read that wrong. Eggy potato bun. That makes more sense for breakfast, not edgy potatoes. Table. Tables. Okay, I'm using the table and pass in items. Cell variants, okay. Column definition. Okay, I can define columns. So the fields prop is used to customize the table column headings and in which order the columns of data are displayed. Okay, that's good. first name, last name, age. Okay, so now I need to pass in fields, which is an array of the titles that I want. Camel cased. Not camel cased, snake cased. So let me go to my time entry. Oh no, it's the hours log. This is where the table is. And here, so what am I doing? Okay. Let's actually put these on different lines. It's starting to get long. And now I can pass in fields. And I'm going to create a fields array called fields. And so items, I actually don't need items anymore, but I do need fields. So this will be start date, end date. So let me do start date, end date. Okay, but it doesn't line up because I think because the names aren't exactly the same. So, oh yeah, because these aren't snake cased, they are camel cased. So let me line these up here then. Date and date. That should, yeah, that worked. Okay, and then I just need moment to format these dates a little bit better. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me install moment. I'm going to add the name here, but that's only after I get the projects all set up. So, Linkin Park, I haven't heard them in forever. Okay, I need to install moment.js, so moment, is that spelled right? Moment, yeah. All right. So now this is weird because my little preview still shows the live in 3 minutes sign, but the chat is working fine. So, okay. That's okay. Now I have moment, so let me go ahead and do npm start. And yeah, run the app again. And now I can format these dates. So I'm going to create a function here. Let's see. Time entry, no, in hours log, in mounted, no, in methods. I'm going to create a method. So let's see. I'll call it format date. Format date, pass in a date, and then I can return moment dot, oh, I need to pass the date into moment, and then I can do dot format, and then say the format that I want. And let me import moment here before I forget. So let me import moment from moment. And then format month, day, year, and then how do I put the minutes? I think it's minutes, seconds, something like that, and then AM or PM. No, wait, this is hours. I don't want seconds. Hours, and then minutes. That looks better. Oh yeah, I'm not calling the function yet. I was like, why aren't my dates formatted? So let me go here and I'm gonna have to format. Okay, so this dot read time entries. How am I going to do this? Because I'm taking this directly from Vuex. So how am I going to format the dates as they appear here? So I wonder, should I use a slot? Like if there are slots on the table? I don't know if Bootstrap has anything fancy like that. Key. I could map out the data. Let's see. Fields, primary key. Let me search if they have slot. Used to trigger the display of row details scoped slot. Custom header and footer slots. What about column slots? There's formatter callback, or the name of the method in the component. And this is exactly what I want. Scoped field slots. The formatter will be called with the syntax formatter value key item. So field definition reference. So this is what I want, but then again, I'm pulling this in from Vuex, so that kind of has the same problem. How do I format what's coming in from Vuex? So should I use, what should I use here? Should I use computed maybe? A computed method? And watch time entries basically. And I could call the computed something like entries. Is this what I should be doing? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? So I could do something like entries, and from here, so from computed, I don't think I can call a method, but I can map this dot time entries, right? Yeah, so I can do this dot time entries dot map, and I'll return this. So this dot time entries dot map, and then entry, and then when I'm looping through it, I need to, so let me return the whole entry except for the times, which is the whole entry. Yeah, start date, end date. So I'm going to do overwrite start date and end date. And these are going to be format date. Okay. So let me just try and see if it works. I don't even know if this is the best way I should be doing this. So date here will be entry dot end date. And this will be start date. Start date. Okay. Oh yeah, and then I have to take this, which is this entries method, and see if I can just loop through these. Or no, these will be the items in the table now. Okay, cool, that works anyway. I'm not calling another method. I could just make this an external method then, this format date, one that's not in the component. But yeah, that works well. This is a real time entry, and I can add another one. So let me add one here. Let's see. Let me add one here. And go to the hours log. Sweet, and now I have all of my time entries. That's pretty good. I have like 15 minutes left. Let me see. First of all, when I add a new entry, this should really be routing back. Yeah, I'm happy about that. I was nervous at first because I was like, oh no, I don't know how to deal with databases and desktop apps. But it's not too bad after figuring it out. And I'm sure I can just keep making it better and tweaking it. But overall, it's, yeah, pretty good. Let's see. What was I just doing? Oh yeah, I need to route back after I save the entry. So I call on submit and I save it, and then yeah, using set time entries. No, that's my mutation. I'm doing create time entry, and I save it here. So actually here I should be, let me import my router here. Import router from router, because I have an index file in my router folder too. Okay, so now I'm importing router, and so I should be able to push from here. So I can do router.push, and what route do I want to go to? Let's see. Which one? Oh yeah, hours log. Oh, that's the home route. Okay, well, I'll just push. If I'm pushing by name, oops, what did I just do? If I'm pushing by name in the other place, then I should probably do it by name here too. So, no, I can't, I forgot already. Hours log. Hours log. Okay. Alright, so one more time entry for 2 days ago. I'll have to sort these based off of date too. Oh, come on! It didn't push. I wonder if that's because it's submitting. Yeah, it was surprising. I was worried in the beginning because I kind of got stuck. And yeah, but I'm very happy with this project. I'm actually excited about working on it more. So let's see. Why isn't it pushing? So on submit, am I actually doing a submit? Yeah, this is actually type submit. So I think what I need to do is maybe e dot prevent default. Good. Sassy, do you do any desktop apps or desktop app development? Let's see, the 27th. We work till 10 p.m. Submit. Sweet. Do I have my 27th there? Great. So I have my time entries now. I wonder in the next like 5 minutes or so if I could just set up projects real quick. So let me go here. Projects. And I've done applications using Swing. I've never heard of that. Swing in Java. So I guess that's a framework for making desktop apps with Java. Don't forget to do commits and push. Yes, I won't. And last time I was in such a hurry, I force pushed and overwrote my README and had to hand type it out again, which was really dumb. Okay, so project. Now let me try to enter a project real quick. Get rid of all these time entry files. Let's open project entry. And so I have on submit here. So let me do the prevent default before I forget. Prevent default. Okay. And now I need to call, let me open my store. And I need to call this create project. Let's see. Yeah, and pass it the payload of the project that I want to create. Looks like it's set up already, so I'll just import create project. All right. I'll have to call this dot create project and pass it a payload, but first I need to set up Vuex. So map actions, and I need the create project action, and then import map actions from Vuex. Okay, and then this dot create project, I need to pass in form data. So I'm just going to pass that in because that's already an object. So this dot form data, and that should work. So that's another thing. I'll have to add form validation next time too. So let me try typing in a name of a project. Let's say Vue tracking app. Our tracking app built in Vue. What color do I want? Let's say orange. Submit. Success! Okay, cool. And now I want to reroute the same way I'm doing here. So let me just yank that and push to not hours log, but projects. So let me push to projects. So let me create one more project, and I'll call this, I don't know, Gridsome app. So let me say Gridsome blog, choose a color, do blue, that's a good color, submit, cool. So now I need to display the projects, or oh no, because I was actually thinking about having them in the drop down here. Is that a good idea? How many projects are people going to have, you know? Oh well, I already have the drop down, so might as well keep it. But I need a getter though. So I have read time entries, which gets all the time entries. Let me put read projects here. Read projects. And this will return everything from the projects DB, but I also need a different mutation though. So set time entries, I'm going to need set projects here. Set projects. And what do I need here? Okay, so set projects, state payload, and this will basically be the same thing from there. exactly the same thing actually. So, except this, man, it just keeps coming back because every time I save it. Okay, state.projects. This time I'm overwriting projects. Payload entry.doc. That's all how the database data is set up. So that's all fine. Set projects, db projects. Okay, so read projects. I'm going to have to import this into my projects.vue file. Okay, I don't actually have any script tag in here. So let me do, no, I need computed here. Actually, I should have a name for the component. That would be the best thing. So it'll line up with Vue router called projects, and now I'll do computed. And here is where I'm going to map state, which will be projects. Okay. And I need to import map state. So import map state from Vuex, and let's see. Map state. No, what am I doing? It's not projects. Oh, it is projects, but I need it in the array. So projects from state, and now I have access to this .projects, but I need to get that into state in the first place, or the new projects. So I need a lifecycle hook here. So I'm going to use the mounted lifecycle hook again and call this .read projects to get those into state. I don't need to pass anything in, but oh, I need to map that action. So map actions, and that's going to have to be inside of methods. So a methods object. Oops. Let's see, methods object, and that will be map actions, and then pass in read projects. Okay, so now I can call this .read projects. That should update the projects there, and then I should be able to use the array of projects here to loop through select. So I'm actually going to have to use a computed here to map these projects in the way that I need them. But I'll have to look at how, oh, it says payload is not defined. Okay, that must be, where is that? It's not giving me a file, but I'm guessing it's, let's see, create project, read projects, docs.rows. Oh, because there aren't any rows, I think. And I'm calling read projects with no rows. So, oh yeah, and then I'm trying to, so I could do this. I think it's locked up. Oh no, it's back now. Okay. I could do this, pass in an empty array if there aren't any rows. Payload is not defined. Where is payload not defined? Oh, okay. So it's saying here, in set projects, payload isn't defined. Yeah, and because I'm trying to map through that payload. So let's see. But I think that this, so docs.rows or empty array, I think that that will fix the problem. Oh, it's still doing that. So, yeah, I don't know why the or doesn't work there. But I have 2 minutes. Yeah, I do. Okay, so this line right here, we have to fix this line, the error on this line, and be able to display projects on this page. So if someone has an idea about that after the stream, then let me know. I am going to push my code now. And if you want to check out more of my live streams, I do a lot of Vue.js live streams and Django live streams on my channel, which is Faraday Academy. I'm also on Twitch, and you can find me there at Faraday Academy on Twitch. Oh, thanks, Jared. Let's see. I added dbconfig, which is empty. It's fine. I'll leave it there. Package lock, public index. I did update those. Okay, that all looks good. Git commit -m is code from live stream on July 31st today. Okay. Let me push it. Pull. Oh, it's saying I'm not pulling. Oh, I think I updated the README maybe. Yeah, I updated the README. It's usually what happens in my own repos anyway. Okay, so I pushed, and now you should be able to see it here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's where I had to rewrite the README last time after I force pushed. Okay, cool. It has all of the updated code. What I'm gonna do is add a project board here actually for dev tasks, and I'm gonna fill this out after the stream, but just to put all the things that I still need to work on this app and add some columns here just so I can keep track of it, because it's getting to the point where I can't just keep it in memory or figure out what to work on next. So yeah, if you have any feedback, suggestions, feel free to shoot me a message or to raise an issue here, or leave a comment if you're watching this later. So yeah, thanks for joining me today. Have a great day, everybody. Take care.